What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Pete's Carport, and welcome back to another video featuring the W140 S500. Now, what we're going to be doing today actually pertains to a lot of different Mercedes models, but specifically all of the W140s. It's a very common wear issue and something I wanted to do prior to being rear-ended. Now, anybody who's been watching my videos for a while know that we had been chasing some vibrations months and months ago, and then I had gotten rear-ended. Really hope you guys are enjoying all the videos where I've been reviving this car and bringing it back, and final video of revealing it is coming out soon as well too. But since I have the day off today, I'm going to go ahead and change out these parts, which I had already had, and that is a drag link, and I got these from FCP Euro. And then we've got our steering dampener. Now I got the Lemforder drag link, which is the one they had online, and this has a lifetime warranty. With the steering dampener, which is a Stabilis. Now they did sell a Bilstein, which I've used many times and like that brand a lot, but I figured with a lifetime warranty, very easy to change out, I would just go with the less expensive option on FCP. So we're going to get underneath the car here in a second and change that out. Now, since driving the vehicle after getting the damage repaired in the rear, I noticed that my vibration up front, which is on the passenger side, had gotten a lot worse. So I took the vehicle down and got it realigned and got the tires balanced. The vibration is still there. And I also have noticed recently when I hit a bump, it's a lot louder noise and it sounds similar to what a bad wheel bearing will be. So I'm definitely going to look into that and probably end up changing our wheel bearings out, and I'll do a video on that. Now, I wanted to start with these two components since they're very easy to do and it does make a difference on your driving comfort. So it's pretty easy to change these out. I showed a quick video on how to test it, and you can go back and look at that. I'll leave it in the link. But we're going to pull this out anyways, and what you need is a 17 millimeter, an 18 millimeter, and a 19 millimeter based on what I saw up underneath there, because there's a few different nuts you need to pull out. And then I'll go ahead and give you guys the torque specs in the description, as well as I'll put them on the screen so you guys can have those. So let's go ahead and get under the car, and I'll show you what bolts you have to take off, because the drag link does connect to our steering dampener. The steering dampener connects to the drag link up underneath the car. So let's get under there now. Okay, so right here you can see this is our drag link, and connected to it right here is our steering dampener, and that kind of goes over to here and connects to another part down here. So we'll need to pop this nut off. We can keep this one on here since it's connected to the drag link, and then I went ahead and popped this off because I need to test the size, and I think that one was an 18 millimeter here, and that'll disconnect our drag link. This happens to be a 17 millimeter, and I think our other drag link bolt happens to be a 19 millimeter. So I'm going to go ahead and pop those off. We may need to use a pick fork to pop out our drag link. I'll fill you guys in, or even a ball joint remover. I'll let you guys know what we're going to use to get that out, or if it just pops out by hammering the side of this, because it should, but sometimes you need to give it a little more force if it's stuck in there. So let's go ahead and get those nuts off, and I'll fill you guys in on how I pop it out. Okay, so I went ahead and knocked loose the passenger side of the drag link. It came out pretty easily, but I'm going to go ahead and grab my tie rod removal tool, which if you don't have one of these, you can rent it or pick it up. Very inexpensive. I think I got this one at AutoZone, but that's the number there. This is what it looks like. It works amazing. I think it's a 19 millimeter nut on the bottom. You just slide it on, loosen it up a little bit so it gets onto the post here. And now we're just going to impact. Obviously you can just use a regular socket wrench, and we'll see this thing, we'll hear it pop in just a second. Crank it on, there it goes. And now our drag link with our steering dampener is off. Let's go out, let's check this out, and I'll show you guys why this is bad. So our steering dampener is a wear item, whereas the drag link's not going to go bad as often as your steering dampener, but I wanted to change them both out. But go ahead and check out how much play is in the steering dampener. I can just slide it in and out with no ease. Now this is how it should be. Very, very stiff to go in and very stiff to go out. Now I think on that quick video I did, I said it should bounce back, but that's not true. It should have pressure both directions. And if you get under your car and you feel that it's not bouncing back, just change it out. It's very inexpensive, very easy to change. And if you get FCP Euro, you get a lifetime warranty, so you'll be able to change it out whenever you need to. Now, I did have to go ahead. This is a bolt here that's on the other end of the steering dampener under the car that you need to hold one end and tighten the other end. That's the 17 millimeter. And then the one that was on the steering dampener when I pulled it down is this bolt here. So I went ahead and put that in, but I'm gonna tighten it down when I get up in there. Now, I could not find the exact torque specs on either one of these components online. So what we're gonna do is get it up in there. I went ahead and put Loctite. I'm gonna put it on both of these, and we'll tighten up our steering dampener to probably 20, 30 foot-pounds. I'll just get it really snug. And then on our drag link, we'll go a little tighter, possibly up to 50 foot-pounds since it's a bigger nut going on there. But these are not main suspension components, so we should be fine with those torque specs I gave you, and we'll be Loctiting it, so we shouldn't have any issues. In fact, taking them off was pretty darn easy, so I don't even think they're that high of a torque spec. Just be careful not to over tighten them and strip it out. But let's get under there and put it back in, and I'll fill you guys in on the end of this video if it made any difference on the vibration. Well, guys, those torque specs seem to work really good. That was 25 to 30 foot-pounds on the steering dampener, and I did 50 foot-pounds on the drag link. Now, on the drag link, I did have to use this 5mm Allen key on one of the sides to get it snugged up before I could torque it down. So keep in mind, you may need that to take off the nuts or to put on the nuts, depending on if your stud spins here. Sometimes they do stay in place. Just to fill in, let's go ahead and take her for a spin. I'll let you guys know if that vibration is gone. Well, guys, it's been a few days since I went ahead and changed out the steering dampener and drag link, and I've got to tell you, if you have a W140 and you have not done your steering dampener, I highly suggest changing it out. In fact, if you could do the drag link as well, they'll make a world of difference. I know that steering dampener will make a big difference if it's shot, so I highly suggest doing that. This car now drives like a brand new car when I'm at high speed or even at low speed. Unfortunately, my vibration is still there, but changing these out has definitely made it a lot less. In fact, on very smooth roads, it barely vibrates, if anything at all. It really seems to resonate. Like if I hit a bump and I'm going about 45, 50 miles an hour, it'll start to pick up. Or if I'm on a really bad road, it'll seem to pick up as it starts to vibrate. And so what I'm thinking is it's got to be something in the rotation. So I'm going to start with that wheel bearing because I know there's something going on up there. So we'll probably do the next video on that. And then I think I'm going to move on to doing the brakes. So these were the rotors that we pulled off of the S600 parts car. And I never really got a chance to drive that. So if there is something warped or out of shape, I won't really know until I change these out. Well, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something, and I really hope you're enjoying the journey on solving the vibration issue in my W140 so we can all kind of learn and go from there. You guys have an awesome day, a blessed week, and I'll catch you on the next video.